Hey guys, today I want to talk about like heritage and stuff like that, and I don't really have a point to this video, so it may end up being kind of rambly, and I apologize for that. So as you may be able to tell from the fact that my last name is Keller, I am like German, and I think I'm more German than anything. My mom's maiden name is also German, and my grandma Keller's maiden name is German, and my grandma Amda's maiden name isn't German. My grandma Ams's maiden name was Payne, and I've looked it up, and it can be both, like, apparently it can be both an English and an Irish name, and I think I'm part both of those, but I'm not entirely sure. I probably have, like, 50 million different things that I don't even know, but, like, I know that I'm German, and I think I'm, like, more German than anything, just from the, like, sheer amount of German last names that I have. Well, not that I have, but, you know, like, in my family. But I think I'm part, like, English and Irish. I don't know about anything else. I also apparently, might be part Cherokee, but no one in my family seems sure of that. Apparently, my mom was talking about it with some of her siblings, like, I don't know, like 2 years back or something like that. And apparently, I think it was my grandfather's grandmother who may have been Cherokee, but they weren't sure. So, I don't know. So basically, the only thing I'm, like, entirely sure of is that I know that I'm more German than anything else. But other than that, I really have no idea. But I guess that's to be expected since I live in America. It's actually really interesting to me because obviously this video, like, people from all over the world can watch it, and it's, like, entirely possible that you live in a country where, like, everyone shares, like, a culture and, like, a heritage and everything, and you don't have that in America. You do to a certain extent. There is definitely an American culture, and you definitely share, like, a nationality and a kind of thing. Maybe not some, you might not have it in the beginning of America, but we've reached the point where, like, I can hear my mom coughing. But in the 200 plus years since America was formed, we have, like, very much formed an American culture, and I don't think, like, anyone's going to, like, dismiss that. So to a certain extent, if you're American, you do have, like, a shared culture with those around you, but at the same time, it's so incredibly different, and, like, I don't know what it's like to live in a country where, like, everyone has the same heritage, and I think it's kind of rare, honestly, because I'm pretty sure most countries in the world have, like, different groups in the country. Like, to a certain extent, you may share an identity, but you also have groups that have, like, somewhat different identities, if that makes sense. But, like, in America, you have people from, like, all over the world, and even over the years, like, I don't even know when my ancestors came to the country, but obviously, like, as you go through each generation, stuff, like, changes, and you lose some of the stuff from your ancestors, but most people, even though they've, like, integrated into American society, keep, to some extent, the traditions from the people that they came from. So even though you have, like, an American culture, you still have, like, varying things that are different in different families, and you may not even realize that it's coming from the culture that your ancestors came from, but it is, if that makes any sense at all. I guess just, like, traditions and stuff that are passed down, and you may not even think of them as traditions, it's just the way things are done, but it's coming from how you did things, or how your, like, ancestors did things. I don't even know where I'm going with this, I just kind of started rambling, but, like, I'm just trying to say, like, even though there is, like, an American culture, you also have, like, each, like, family you stay with in America is going to be incredibly different, and I feel as if that's because of the fact that we came from, like, different cultures, so we have, like, different ways of doing things, like everyone does. And sometimes it changes because you meet other people who do things differently, and you're like, hey, it's cool, like, how they do that, and I can't think of an example of what I'm trying to say, but, so you, like, change, and then you become more alike, and that's kind of happened over the years. So Americans have become more alike, but there are still differences. Yeah. I mean, America is like most definitely like a melting pot with all of this stuff coming together, but I think the entire world kind of is at a certain point. I mean, every part of the world is influenced by other parts of the world now, but America, that's kind of been happening longer because of all the immigrants and stuff like that. But it's interesting because, like, even though I'm of German descent and I live in the Midwest where, like, everyone is part German basically, and we're, like, really influenced. There's a city, or it's not even a city, it's a town near where I live that everything was in German until somewhat recently. It was before my lifetime, but like all the signs were in German. If you went into the town, everyone there spoke German, and I think that's really interesting, considering it was in the middle of Indiana, and everyone spoke German, and all the signs were in German, everything. And it actually makes me kind of sad, because like you meet people who are really, really aware of what their heritage is, and they have like all these traditions that were traditions like in the land that their ancestors came from, and then you have me, and I'm not really sure what exactly I am even, but even though I know that I'm predominantly German, my family doesn't have like any traditions that I think of as being German. I'm sure there are things in my family that come from the fact we're German and I don't even realize it, like things that we do or something that have come from that, but I don't realize that it does, if that makes any sense. But to be completely honest, like none of my heritage like plays into my life, at least in a way that I notice it. Like I don't have anything that I do that reminds me of anything, if that makes any sense. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Yeah, this is probably really long, and it's just rambles of randomness, and I don't even know where I'm going with it. So, I've been sitting here for really long because I keep having long pauses between what I'm saying because I'm trying to think of what I want to say, and I'm just gonna stop here because I don't know what this was or what the point of the video was, but I'm just gonna stop here, and I think my mom may be about to come in my room. So I will see you guys later. Bye.